Hey, what's up, guys? So this weekend, well, on Tuesday I got this, just a slug maker. Um, it calls for 7/16 ball bearings, but I had 3/8 ball bearings with me, so pretty much 6/16. They worked pretty much fine. I didn't have any leaking or anything. So I made a couple different ones. This is just a 3/8 ball bearing and then hot glue. So there's nothing else in this. So these 3/8 ball bearings, they're about 3.5 grams, and with the glue, it added about 2.5 grams. So these ones right here are about 5.8, 5.9, and 6.0 grams. And then this one has basically all 5.8 gram slugs in it. And then I made other ones where I included BBs into the slugs to make them weigh slightly more. So this whole row right here is pretty much like 7.8, 7.9, 8.0 grams for all these. And then this one, these are all 7.8 grams. Like all of these weigh 7.8 grams. And I have other ones too. The other ones are a little bit longer, so they don't fit in the HDR drum. But I'm planning on using those in the TCR, the Byrna TCR, because I have that shaped breech installed into it. If you have a stock Byrna TCR, you cannot shoot these out of it because the where the balls feed into the marker, it's round. It's not shaped like a capital D or like this. It doesn't have this shape. It's only shaped round. So it won't work. You have to put a shaped breech adapter in there, and I have a video of that in previous videos that I've made. It's like a $30 piece plus shipping and all that. So, I mean, when I started making these didn't really come out that good. Some of them are pretty crappy, or like I have like seams on the edge because I was trying to figure out how to fit BBs in there to make it weigh more and to not have these gaps and stuff. So some of these that I'm probably gonna fire will have the gaps, but hot glue is really cheap. These ball bearings are pretty cheap. BBs are even cheaper. So I made, I don't know, 90 to 100 of these approximately. And then after I made those, I still wanted to make more, but I didn't have any more ball bearings. And I tried using 1/2 inch glass marbles, and they were too big. So they kind of ended up looking like this, but a lot worse because the glue wasn't able to encapsulate the end. So like this one looks pretty good. Like it has that cone shape around the ball bearing, and it's pretty much like set in there really well. And then this one, it looks pretty crappy. Like the glue's barely attached to the edges and stuff. You do kind of need a higher heat hot glue gun for this to work good, and you need to put oil in these, like vegetable oil. That's what I was using, just like Costco vegetable oil. The guy sent an instruction sheet with it. He's an eBay seller. There's a couple other guys that have these, but I didn't want to pay like $100 for a metal one. And then there's another one that's like red, like a plastic red one, but it looks kind of cheap. This is pretty small. I think it was like $33 after tax and stuff. It's pretty small. I can only make 6 at a time, but I have a lot of free time on the weekends for the most part. So this past weekend, it was super hot outside, and I decided to, and I had glue. I went to the store and got glue, hot glue sticks. So I made a bunch of these, and then once I ran out of ball bearings, I was trying to kind of figure out how to make more of them, but with BBs, because BBs, you can get 2,400 BBs for like $3.50. So these are super cheap. And basically what I did was I would put one BB in here to plug it. So every one of these would have one BB. And then I'd dump some glue on this, like a trigger squeeze of glue. So there'd be a layer of glue. And then I dump like 5. I started with 5, and then I think I added 6 toward the end because it was kind of getting hard to layer. So pretty much I'd put one BB in, put a layer of hot glue, put 6 BBs in, and I would use like a nail or some little fine little tool. I think I used a nail the pointy end of a nail and the top part, the nail head, to try to push these into the middle and kind of like push them over. Because if they go on the edge, on these edges, you start getting ones that look like this. So you want them to be as centered as possible. So the better ones I have, you can't even tell. Like there's no. This one has BBs in it, and there's no air gaps or like flawed parts on the outside. So these are all BBs. This bag right here, this only has BB created hot glue ones, and like I don't really care about not really like the weight distribution, but I think I basically just want these to fly out the barrel and hit something. I'm not too concerned with the joule rating and stuff, because it's cool that I can make my own slugs. And if the BB falls off the end, I mean, I don't really care. I could just make a new one because it's so cheap to make these. Um, so these ones were constantly weighing, because I was pretty much putting about 20 to 21 BBs in each of these. And I just weighed all these with my like super old scale that I have, and a majority of these were weighing 8.9, 9.0, and 8.8 grams. So they're pretty much 9 grams. There's a few outliers where I may have added one extra BB, and the outliers weigh like 9.3 grams or 9.6 grams. So each of these BBs weighs 0.3 grams. So if you put 21 of these BBs, you're pretty much adding about 7 grams of weight, not including the glue. So yeah, these are about 9 grams. These are roughly 8 grams, and this is the ones that have the 3/8 ball bearing. And then I think I was putting 5 BBs in these. So about 8 grams. This is pure glue and 1 ball bearing, and these were about 6 grams. So the only rounds I have are Byrna kinetics and rubber rounds. Those are the lightest rounds I have, and they're actually, you know, round balls. Those weigh about 3 grams, like 2.9 or 3 grams. And then the next ball that I have is 3.6 grams, and those are also nylon. But I don't have anything from 3.6 grams to 7.2 grams. Like I have nothing in that range of weight. The only stuff I have is after the 3.6 gram nylons, I have the 7.2 gram aluminum balls, and then I have the MCS Devastator shaped rounds. Those are like 9.8 grams. And then after that, I have the rubber steel balls. Those are about 11 grams each, like 10.9 grams each. But yeah, I wanted something that was shaped that I could use in the HDR or my Byrna TCR because it has the shaped breech. And I wanted something in between 3.6 grams and 7.2 grams. And that's where these are. This is just glue and 1 ball bearing. So these are about 6 grams. This one has 5.8 gram weights in it. And I wanted to add more weight just to see if I could do it. So yeah, I was pretty much busy all weekend making these things because it would take me, I don't know, like 5 minutes or so to like make one of these, like fill it with glue and stuff. Like the easier ones with just 1 ball bearing and just glue would take me like 2 minutes to make because you just put ball bearings and you put glue and you make sure it's all even. And then I think the wattage on the glue gun I was using was 40 watts. So the guy recommended 75 to 100 watts. I have a 40 watt glue gun, so I just used that, and I had to let it warm up for a while, like 5 or 6 minutes, and it would be like optimal heat for it to reach where it could just like steadily put out a stream of glue. So yeah, 40 watt one will work, but you need to let it heat up. If you really want to put aside time, let it heat up for like 10 minutes. 5 minutes should do, and then you can easily have the glue running out faster. And then I would, once this had hot glue in it, I'd throw it in the fridge for about 20 minutes, and then take it out and then pop them out with an Allen wrench, push them out from the front or like from this bottom part right here, put the Allen key through and push it through. So it was, I could pretty much make like 2 to 3 batches of these an hour. So I could make 18 in an hour. I could probably have sped it up a little bit, but I was just watching football and filming those videos with the Byrna SD and the Salt Supply S2 when I was trying them out on a hot day with a hot CO2 cartridge and hot pistol and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to use this pretty soon. I'm going to try it with my HDR. Like I said before, some of them I put a little bit too much glue and they won't fit in these drums. So what I ended up doing was, if I wanted to make HDR ones or TR68 ones, I'd not fill this up completely, but leave like a millimeter of space where it could still accept glue. So I'll show you just a few of the longer ones. I still haven't tried these in the Byrna TCR, so I don't know if they're going to be too long. But they are taller. And if I took this out, I think I have another magazine actually. Yeah, I have another magazine that's empty. So these are too big. Like I already know they're not going to fit. And this won't feed into the this area because it just gets in the way, and it starts to rub up against right here, and it won't let you feed correctly. Like you can see that right there. If I pulled the trigger, it's just gonna get jammed and like probably rip that BB off the front, but then also get stuck. So yeah, they work. This was designed, I guess, for the HDS, the double barrel Umarex shotgun, because you could put like giant like nail spikes and stuff in it. I'm gonna put this down real quick. All right, sorry, I was emptying this out. So yeah, this was designed for the HDS, because like yeah, you could make those crazy like spike things, and the HDS has the break barrel design. So this barrel will just pop up and you can load 2 rounds and then close it, and it doesn't matter how long the spike or whatever you have in there is. So yeah, this was made for the HDS. It's 68 caliber. It fits fine in these drums. I haven't tried it in the Byrna TCR magazine, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. And I have a whole nother, like, I have a little container right here, and I wrote HDR on it because I know that these will fit these drums. I have another container upstairs that has the slightly taller ones of, you know, these, but just like a tiny bit more glue on the bottom. And I have to try them in the TCR still to see if they feed in the magazine correctly, but I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. But that'll be a different video. So yeah, today I'm just gonna shoot this, and I'll just upload a video in a couple minutes. So see you on the next one.